Our last speaker of the evening is an Ignite alum. Last year she joined us on this very same stage and taught us all how to be a life geek. She is a certified yoga instructor, right up in All That Matters, who happens to be celebrating their 20th anniversary. And she's also a certified computer skills instructor, specializing in working with visually impaired individuals. A passionate spokesperson for the blind and visually impaired, she has advocated before the local and state legislature. Speaking to us tonight about unwrapping your presence, please welcome Ms. Aria Loberti to the stage.
Today, consider yourselves to be a yogi.
Namaste.
Well, for those of you who are unfamiliar with yoga, it's more than bending like a pretzel on a California beach or pilgrimaging to India or being a green juice-loving vegan. Its definition is actually multi-layered. Yoga began over 5,000 years ago in the Indian subcontinent. It's a diverse body of teachings. For modern-day practitioners, yoga is defined as an ever-evolving goal, physical, mental, or spiritual. It's developed with awareness through practice. For modern-day practitioners, of course, they still honor that yoga is literally or loosely translated from Sanskrit to mean union. Under the umbrella of all of these broad definitions, yogis practice poses, meditations, and breathing techniques intended to cultivate a state of inner wisdom. For many, this involves stepping into a studio on a mat, following the directions of an instructor. And of course, this is very beneficial. It allows you to deepen your understanding of this ancient tradition. And furthermore, it will allow you to cultivate a better physiological understanding of the poses and a supportive community. Furthermore, yoga just feels good. When you go to class, it can be the equivalent of curling up with a really good book and a mug of cocoa, or it can be like that first gulp of morning coffee. But what is it that makes yoga so amazing, and why is it so popular? Well, the key to yoga actually happens when physical, intellectual, and spiritual union is found off the mat, out in the world, where we face our everyday obstacles. The first of these principles that you can take off the yoga mat and out into the world is breath. Now, taking a deep, full breath in a time of tension or stress is sometimes the simplest way to cultivate equanimity. One breath can transition us from stress towards calm. If you've ever been led an average energetic yoga series, chances are you've experienced a pose where your body has held some tension, but when the instructor leads a deep, full breath, sometimes, very often, you soften into the pose, there's so much more ease. The same can be said in everyday life. Now, tool number 2 is presence. To be secure in and honor the now, presence involves finding your inner support and strength, connecting to your past mistakes and weaknesses, because they're often our greatest teachers. So in the words of Dr. Who, we all change when you think about it. We're all different people, all for our lives. And that's okay. That's good. You've got to keep on moving, just so long as you remember all that you used to be. Likewise, in order to find presence, be like a sponge and soak it all in. Everything. Be fully aware with benevolence and acceptance. Now, tool number 3 is flexibility. This little nugget of wisdom can be taken off the yoga mat as well. Now, not necessarily suggesting that you go in Belmont and stand in the checkout aisle in a full-blown dancer pose, which I'm not going to do because I'm in a really short skirt. But anyhow, if you do, take a photo, tag it on Instagram. I really want to see that. But flexibility in this instance is embracing change and greeting the unexpected with grace and vibrancy. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. It's dynamic, internally and externally, always changing, always moving, always evolving. You never quite know what's going to happen, and that's a really beautiful thing. Finally, just like the Beatles said, let it be. I'm one of those people who really likes to control everything, and I'm complemented by desire to know everything as well. So this can be a challenge, you know. But some situations are just beyond our control. They're kind of like Ignite slides. You never know when they're going to just show up, and you know. Am I on my time? Yes, I am. Cool. All right. So when intuitive, compassionate, and authentic, when you release judgment, all of those things can shine just a little bit brighter. And it's beautiful. It's one of the most exciting principles. Now, There are many different types of yoga, many different definitions, and just take a look at the All That Matters schedule, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But there is a yoga for everyone, whether it's on or off the mat. Chances are you're already utilizing these 4 principles and more. You're already embodying the philosophies of a yogi. If you've ever taken a deep, full breath in a time of tension, if you've ever learned from a past mistake, embraced change, accepted the inevitable, or treated yourself or another individual with compassion. The key to yoga, to unwrapping your own unique and beautiful presence, is to know. Know that no one else is you, has your gifts, your soul, intellect, story, or insight. So go out there and express yourself. Shape the world around you and dream big. Empower yourself and cultivate the power of your own presence. Go out there and do some yoga, whether it's on or off